What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Tap In Podcast. This is your host Hutch. With me, as always, are Mateo and Julius. And on today's schedule, we have the midweek games, which are kind of boring in my opinion. And then this weekend was the FA Cup. Now, I'm going to start with the FA Cup, and we're going to start with the massacre that was Man City versus whatever middle school team they played.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I can't even disagree with you. But I will say, we should just caveat that by saying that I think we were all frustrated in midweek because we all got draws, and then we all came out with a point to prove, maybe to ourselves. And I felt like that was definitely the case with my team, where this is we'll get into it more later, but against Brighton, that was our third draw in a row. All but not exactly out of the title race, but it's looking more and more like a foregone conclusion that Arsenal quite possibly could run away with it. It's possible.
Hey, don't count
It's
Arsenal out
anything is
yet,
possible.
man.
I was gonna say,
I agree,
you guys,
and usually that's my line, but I'm just saying, like I've said before, that sustained pressure is how the best way to get them to crack up. And right now, you, me, and my friend Hutch here, none of our teams are really going out there and applying that pressure.
Chelsea made them drop points, if you remember. We
yeah,
drew
but how
We
long ago
drew.
was that?
A month ago, not even that long, dog.
And that was probably 8 games ago.
Yeah, but it's been a bunch of games. We have them for the EFL Cup, and then we have them again for the Prem, and then we have them again for the EFL Cup because it's 2 legs. So I mean that's still. Do you guys have a game with them, or have you
They're
guys?
the last
Has
game of
everybody
the
else already?
season. I'm pretty sure Man City plays Arsenal in the last game, or at
We
least
play
the
you
last.
guys. We play you guys the last game.
You guys play them still, though. I know you guys do.
We still have to go to the Emirates, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And you never know. There's always banana peels. There's always injuries. There's always this. There's always that.
I agree.
It's still only 50% of the season has gone through. So
I agree. And usually that's my line. It's not over yet.
Liverpool.
But the reality is,
1 month ago, Chelsea was contenders
in the title
for the
race.
Title. And then now we're not.
Aston Villa, we're going to win the league.
Things change fast in this sport.
We were storming. This game changes quickly, and it's definitely determined by momentum, where things can change and the picture can change drastically. But the fact that all three of us, who are the closest teams to Arsenal, drop points,
but they drop points too. Is
thankfully they dropped
nothing
points.
Happened. Nothing changed. All right, rather
it was just
nothing happened.
It was just net neutral.
Nothing
I guess
changed. So it was it would have been great if Liverpool was able to get. They had good chances to.
Yeah, they did.
Score.
They did.
I was rooting for them so I was like, please, because Frimpong, was it Frimpong or Frimpong?
Frimpong.
He was playing.
Guy, I think
he was playing really good, and I was really hoping if he would have made that pass. I know that one. Who was it? Wirtz was right there in the middle. I think it would have. It was Wirtz. It was like a layup right there, dude. He just had to make that pat, and he put it behind him, and I was like, so anything is possible. Any given Sunday, as they say.
I absolutely agree that anything is possible, but wins from the three of us would have added some pressure. That was my point.
We got
before
a win.
We got diverted.
That's a win in my book. We sneaked out a win in the first matchup. So,
yeah, but again, I'm talking about this weekend, guys.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Gotta hear myself.
Okay.
That being said, are you saying that you did a 10-1 massacre because you guys were pissed off at the week?
I think so, and I think
that's horrific, man. That's violent.
Oh well. Listen, what did
Exeter City, League One team. I mean, the list of names is absurd.
It's great, and
2
half
own
of those
goals.
people are 2 own goals. One what should have been, I think, a Semenyo or no, a Reinders second goal. Cherky should have gotten a goal. But the reality is
I remember texting you when it was 8-1. I was like, please stop it. Please let him live. And you were like, no, 10-1.
no, I love a beatdown. I don't care. I love a beatdown because it's a confidence booster ultimately, and for this team who, especially, what's concerning as well is that Haaland hasn't scored apart from that penalty that he scored in the Brighton game in open play for like 3 or 4 games, and he didn't manage to score in this game despite scoring 10 goals. But again, like how we talked about before, the fact that other people on the team are scoring, even if it is against an Exeter, I don't care. That's going to build confidence. That's a great debut from Semenyo, who, you know, I think is going to be able to give us opportunity to rotate across the front line, because I think Holland might just need a break. He might need a game to sit down, honestly, or come on in the second half at least. So I think Semenyo having that bright of a start to his Man City career was phenomenal. And guys like Rico Lewis, who hasn't been able to pay Pep for game time, came on, scored 2 goals. That new center back that we got, I don't even know how to say his name, Ayene or Alain, I don't know. The first guy that scored. He's like someone that we took out from Watford, from a loan from Watford, and he has been doing a passable job the last 2 games in defense. Yeah, ultimately, what happened with Brighton wasn't a win, and we weren't able to keep a clean sheet. But for a makeshift back line of him, Kusanov, and Ake, who is perpetually on the injury list, I mean, I'll take it. Yeah, and I know you guys are saying it's a massacre and all that, but I'm here for it. Hopefully we can bring some of that form to the league, and hopefully we can advance to the next round. I don't know, has it already been determined who we're playing next?
In the FA Cup?
Yeah.
I'm not positive.
No? Oh, no. Yeah. We're
So
playing Newcastle.
Oh, wait.
Which, that could be a difficult game.
Did they win on penalties?
Yeah, they did. I think they did.
They did win on penalties.
That was a pretty tense shootout. I don't know if you guys watched that.
Oh,
It went long.
yeah.
It went really long. It was good.
Hey,
let's talk about
a beatdown is better than what happened to Crystal Palace. I'll tell you that much right now. That's unheard of.
To Macclesfield FC.
Yeah, not even a pro team. It's I guess 5 tiers down in the football pyramid.
That's
which
crazy.
is wild.
Was
which
that
is
the
awesome
National
for them.
League?
I'm super, huh?
Is that the National League?
Yeah, but it's like the FA Cup is interesting because the only thing that you really need to qualify for the FA Cup is that you have a stadium and you get approved. So you could literally, I'm serious, you can literally just be, and it's like thousands of teams, and so these guys, like, I think I sent you guys a thing, like a lot of these guys have separate jobs.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's literally like, yeah, everybody when they won rushed the stadium and started celebrating with the team. And like, I'm so happy for them, but man, was that
I was pissed.
tough. Are you did either of you watch that one?
No.
No,
I didn't
but
get to
I
watch
was
I don't
mad.
think I watched it.
I was
yeah,
mad when
but
I saw the
I
score.
saw the highlights. That second kick, that like awkward angle back heel kick into the right corner of the goal was interesting. Very scrappy, but I dug it.
I was just wondering where this was when we played them on, what was it, Tuesday? I was like, bro, what? You just lost to no names, and for some reason when they was playing us, they was playing phenomenal defense. And I'm just like, dude, we couldn't get nothing going. We had chances, but we couldn't put anything in the net. They were just, and then they were all over it on the offensive end. They kept the ball for a long time, and I'm just like, we can't. I could tell as the game was going on that we're not scoring these goals. I'm looking at all the games, and I'm like, nobody's scoring. I think everybody drew, right? Nobody won. And I was just like, I see where this is going. We're not scoring.
It was that kind of weekend. It really was.
Yep.
But I'm looking at the team that lost against Macclesfield. It was heavily rotated. So maybe it was a situation where they just
Depth is not
underestimated
there.
them, and they were like, you know what, we could just do we could send the kids out and we can handle them, and they got handled. So
Yep.
That's still. I mean, do you feel like
However,
that? Do you think that looks bad on Glasner? I know he's been considered for a lot of coaching jobs now that his tenure there is about to lapse. Do you think that it's going to look bad on him when he goes off and tries to get a Man United coaching job or what have you? Or do you think it's just lucky, you know, situation and it is what it
I
is?
think I think it's embarrassing for sure. Especially since they're the winner of the FA Cup last year.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, but ultimately I think Glasner has done too good of a job to really stain or admire the work that he's done in Crystal Palace. He's developed so many great players. Wharton, Gay. He has just continued to flourish under him. Eze before he went to Arsenal, and even Olise. I think Glasner's going to be okay, and yeah, he probably will end up at United or, who knows? I mean,
Tottenham.
oh, it's possible. Have they fired Frank yet? Did I
Not
miss it?
yet, but
Okay.
after that game against who was it? I watched that game too. Oh, Aston Villa
Yeah, in the cup.
in the
I don't know
cup.
who they played
Yeah,
midweek.
midweek. Oh, Crystal Palace draw.
Oh, them too.
No, no, no. I'm
Jesus.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was wrong page. Bournemouth. Bournemouth.
Oh, okay.
Lost to Bournemouth.
That's right.
3-2.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know they're having their issues there attacking wise. It's one of the most underwhelming attacking sides um in the Premier League for sure right now, and I know that there's a lot of like a kind of a schism from what I've heard in the locker room where it seems like people aren't really playing for the coach. So once you lose the locker room, you kind of lose the job, right? And then that kind of mix up where Thomas Frank was seen. Did you see that?
I
He was
saw that with the
seen
Arsenal Cup.
drinking coffee out of a
oh, I saw that
Arsenal
too.
cup.
Brother.
How
I
does
saw
that
that.
happen, man?
Yeah,
Come on.
exactly. I don't care if that's your favorite cup.
It's
You keep
just
It
a
that shit
wasn't.
at
cup.
home.
It was a disposable cup. He said it's because they left the disposable cup. Somebody just handed it to him. I was like, no, come on.
They set you up. Come on, Thomas.
You gotta be more aware. Yeah,
Something.
I don't know. It
Just win
was bad.
something, please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Come on, guys. It was just a cup.
it
Mm,
was just a cup,
not
but
to
it's a
this fan
bad look.
base.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's
It
like their
gives
London rivals. So
I mean, Tottenham was getting a little chippy in that game on Saturday.
against you guys. Tell us about it.
There was a fight at the end after the game was over. Now, granted, it was our fault. We egged it on because
started it.
the final whistle ended and Ollie Watkins was like, yeah, and he was looking at the crowd, but you could tell that he was I forgot who it was on the Spurs, but he was like, yeah, yeah, and then he bumps the Spurs player. He kind of like
Oh,
runs into him.
intentionally?
It wasn't intentional like that, but
Yeah,
he just
body check.
he just walked into him. He wasn't looking at him, but he was like, yeah, he runs into him and keeps going, and the other guy shoved him and he gets into his face, and then it was a whole thing just started. And I was like, yeah, he definitely did that on purpose. He was definitely rubbing it in because they was getting chippy out there. They were Morgan Rogers got taken out.
Really?
There was a big slide tackle, took both his legs out. Now the announcers were saying that they thought that should have been legal, or because they stopped it. I don't think it was a yellow, but they definitely called a foul. But they were like, that's kind of soft now. As the league is getting, they got into that. The league is getting soft, but yeah, I was nervous because they scored. We were up 2-0 with Buendia had a great goal, and then Morgan Rogers also had a good goal. But they scored, I think I was somewhere close to the 60th minute, and then they just kept the ball like a majority of the half and were unrelentless. They were relentless. they were trying their hardest. We could barely hold the ball for more than a few minutes at a time before they got it back and were on the run. Shout out to Bezos. He was playing. He had a great game. Yeah, it wasn't a clean sheet, but it was. He had a lot of good stops, a lot of good saves. Luckily, I think I was kind of jealous, man. I was like, man, both of you guys get these little cupcake middle school teams, and we got to play Tottenham, who is a good team. Well, they
Well,
might not have the
We were
best of
just
luck.
slamming on
well,
them that they were shit.
No,
I
I
wouldn't
mean,
say that. Here's the thing. I wouldn't say that. Right now, this Tottenham is probably in the worst form
they were good early
for
on,
a
though.
while. I don't know, man. They just don't have.
It was a new manager bounce,
Yeah, yeah.
unfortunately.
I know that
Man,
who is it? Pochettino before Frank? Or no, it was Ange Postecoglou. I know he was like almost suicidal in his attack,
Yeah,
He was just high line, hyper
highline it.
attacking,
Yeah,
and it got him the Europa League, which is, good on him, but Thomas Frank is almost the exact polar opposite of him, where it really doesn't feel like they have anything. Honestly, it's some of the most boring football that I've seen out of Tottenham.
it
I,
wasn't boring
I
on a
feel like
Wednesday.
I feel like that the only person during that game that really was trying to make something happen was ironically Xavi Simons, who's gotten a lot of flack for being a kind of a bad signing this season. Um,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
but other than that, man, it was like a lot of defensive, pass the ball back, lose possession. Oh, now we got to defend again. Really, really boring game of football. I don't know if they're gonna wait for another season to see if they can appoint some players that can play Frank's game, or if they're gonna sack him. But it's really not looking good. I think that they're probably gonna wait till the end of the season and then
And
just
sack them.
and then find an alternative. That's my guess. What do you guys think?
I mean, they have dropped off pretty badly. They
Yeah,
started off pretty good, but then ever since then, they've been really shitty. Except for against us, they were actually pretty good, I thought. For some reason, people like to play good against us. I don't know what it is, but they do.
because you guys are the big dogs right now.
So I saw a clip. This might be off topic, but I saw a clip. This lady was asking a group of fans if they think that Aston Villa should replace somebody in the what is it, the Big
Big
Six?
six.
And I don't know enough. I couldn't tell you. Some tells me that probably no, because when I look at the history of our club, we were in the Champions League for like 4 straight years, or three straight years. So it's like none of the Big Six have ever did that. Maybe if they did all of a sudden, yes, but I don't think so. I don't think we're there quite yet.
I think the Big Six at this point doesn't even matter. United has been out of the Big Six.
Sessions for
I
like
mean, historically, they're the premier team in the Big Six. Now they're lucky if they qualify for Europa or whatever.
their
They've been
season's
in
officially over, by the way.
basically,
This was like the last thing that they were gonna be able to try to make something happen, and it
yeah.
just got knocked out by Brighton.
Chelsea fell off for a couple years. Arsenal are
Still, arguably,
No, you
no.
guys are still at the top five. What are we doing?
Yeah. You qualified for Champions League. You've won trophies. We've talked about it. So I don't see. I don't even think the Big Six matters anymore. Now it's more like the Big Eight, or like, I don't even know, the top 10, because it from year to year, those middle teams can just have a phenomenal season, like a Newcastle, and then they're in the top four and they're in the Champions League. So I mean, I don't see why you guys couldn't sustain it, especially with Unai as your coach. He's
yeah,
clearly very
very
tactically
talented.
sound. Your team is getting better and better. I mean, Morgan Rogers looks set to be a superstar, especially if he could perform at the World Cup and gets that play time. I don't see why not, honestly. Buendia has been a revelation. It looks like he got the man of the match again in this
He
game
did.
against Tottenham.
He was really
And
good. He was all over the pitch.
And next
he's your
season, you guys
Chico.
are for sure gonna be playing Champions League football. So
Mhm.
That'll be a fun
that's
time.
gonna be great for you guys.
That's gonna be a fun time. And
So who would you
man,
add?
shoot.
Who would you add to the big six if you were gonna do a big eight? Villa and then whom else?
I think Newcastle. I feel like because I mean, who would they be now? Arsenal, City, Chelsea,
United,
um, United,
Tottenham,
Tottenham. Tottenham is the one that really should just drop away
drop
into
off.
oblivion. Um,
That was one of the things. Like Tottenham,
That's
y'all ain't won
that's 5.
anything.
exactly.
So
They just won the first one in
Liverpool,
like 15, 16 years. Maybe even longer.
Liverpool
I
is
don't know.
6th. Aston Villa and Newcastle. Okay, I
Aston
agree with
Villa,
that.
Newcastle.
Yeah,
And then,
the big eight.
yeah, I mean, it varies from year to year. But yeah, I don't see why not, honestly.
Yeah, agreed.
Brentford's top 5 right now.
And I will say that what concerns me, just because we were talking about Thomas Frank and whether he's gonna get sacked, it's a shame. It's another really promising middle of the road manager that comes from like a mid table team that just can't do it on the big stage. We saw it with Graham Potter. And you mentioned Glasner potentially being his successor. It might be the same exact thing. I think Glasner might be a little bit more attacking focused in comparison to Thomas. Thomas was always more of a pragmatic defensive manager, but still, I mean, he made Brentford look great, punching way above their weight. So I don't know.
Has this season been kind of one of the most surprising as far as like outcomes and talent? Like it really feels like everyone's been struggling. You're seeing, s- you know, coaches either get sacked or resign, or
hmm
teams that are usually dominant not being very dominant. I mean, is this a particularly awkward season, you think, in that
I
sense?
I think it's definitely an upsetting of the apple cart because with the last like 2 or 3 years, the teams that got promoted are almost guaranteed to go down. Now it looks like um two of the three are likely to stay up because I think let me look at the table real quick.
Looks like Burnley's the only one that's in the
Yeah.
relegation zone right now.
Yeah, and then West Ham and Wolves are probably the two likely to go down with them. So I definitely feel like it's another season where there's no easy games. Before, those promoted teams were basically the punching bag of the league, but
Mhm.
now, yeah, they'll get punched up every once in a while, but you can't just take them for granted. And especially in those small away grounds like the Stadium of Light with Sunderland, or I forget where
Leeds,
Leeds play. Is it No, it's not Ellen Road. I'm sorry, Main Road used to be our old stadium. Um, yeah, I mean, it's so small and it's so congested, and then the crowd is right on top of you that it can't be easy for some of these players going there when they're used to massive stadiums where you can't hear the guy cussing you out and saying what he did to your mom last night, you know? So I don't know. I feel like it's definitely a difficult season for sure. Where it's kind of all up for grabs. Even within, the title race, we might have a new winner. If not, it could go down to the very, very end. Um,
It
but
looks
yeah,
like it might go down to the very, very end.
you never know.
oh, but man, how glorious would it be if somehow Arsenal bottles it, man, bottles everything again,
That's what I want.
gets 0 trophies. Oh,
I
even if
mean,
they get
look,
it next season, it'll be like,
I would not even be mad at a victory lap from either one of you if it meant that they lost the league.
look.
Legitimately. My
I s-
haterade is that strong.
my hater rate is very high right now. I saw a stat. Gyökeres doesn't have a single shot on goal in like the last like seven
I
seven
know.
matches.
It's pathetic. It's really bad. But then Kai Havertz, I think, played in this Portsmouth game. So he was technically supposed to be their number 9, but he wasn't really a number 9. But he can still score and create goals. and he's back now. So, I mean, even if Gyökeres doesn't do shit, they're still winning. And there was own goals again.
All right,
How
let's
the fuck do
relax.
they
It was
keep getting away
Portsmouth.
with this?
They can't keep getting away with this.
And then Martinelli had a hat trick. Martinelli
Hat-trick,
was gonna
yeah.
get like fucking traded away like 2 years ago because he sucked.
He's like reverse karma, where if he bullies an injured person, he actually gains. He gets
Yo,
like
that was crazy.
Just to roll a guy off the field.
Bro's entire knee popped off his body. He's like, shoot, off the field.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
tried to
You're
roll
faking
him,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, come
That's
on,
crazy.
man.
Is Bradley like done?
I think he's out for the rest of the season.
It was that extensive of an
Definitely,
injury?
it was a
I know he's been,
non-contact injury, so
I know he's been double check that. I know he's been injury prone. But yeah, I heard. I don't know if it's true, but I think I read online that he's out for the rest of the season. I think it's like a knee
Damn.
thing.
That's awful. That sucks.
Yeah, that really sucks for him.
Mm-hmm.
Hope he gets well soon.
Well, I guess we'll be seeing a lot of Frimpong and Robertson, I guess. Or, you know, I don't even know who else. Joe Gomez, I guess. Damn. That's tough.
I don't know what happened. He probably tore his ACL.
Yeah, maybe.
So poor guy. Who does that though? Who is like, you know what? Get off the damn
Well,
field.
so
Here. Just to
I
roll
think
him off.
Arnie Slot kind of made a good point where, and I don't know if it really justifies it, but like, I think he thought that he was faking it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like, I think like the 90th minute or 90 some minute, they were running on the touchline, and he kind of just like boots it out of bounds and kind of collapses, and so he thought it was maybe just like time wasting, and Arsenal's like desperately trying to get the win. But at the same time, man, like if you don't know, if you have any thoughts that it might be a serious injury and you flip him over, like what if you made it worse? You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
it's just a bad look. I think he'll for sure learn from this. I think he's probably not going to touch any other person in the future, because he looked really bad on him. He apologized on Instagram. I saw that. So we'll see.
I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
don't be touching people when they're like miserably injured. He looked like he was in severe pain, and he
Yeah.
got like carted out.
And not just that, before he pushed him over, he like starts Martinelli starts
hit him with the
bouncing the
ball.
ball. He throws the ball off of like his head or something. Like, dude, you don't have to be such an asshole because now all of
Childish.
a sudden you're good. Okay, relax, calm down.
This is why they can't win.
Yeah.
Bro, I
They're
saw
as
so many.
insufferable
I
as
saw
their
so many
fans.
posts like, we can't let them win. All right, these classless fools,
These
man,
clowns, these monsters.
We can't let this happen. And I was just like, man, I don't know. They're very good. So
Yeah, they are. They are good.
So, and then the Real? Did you guys watch that Real versus Barcelona today?
Caught
Real
some of
Madrid?
it. I didn't get to watch the full thing, but I did.
I just caught the score and I was happy because I hate Real Madrid fans.
Me too. I watched that game, and that was it was a great game. Honestly, it really
Rafinha
was.
went off.
Rafinha went off. He almost got a hat trick. 2 goals in the game. But Vinicius looked really, really good during the entire match. And
I bet you're happy about that.
I was really surprised. That was, by the way, that was confirmed by Fabrizio that was a lie. There's a lot of these like, yeah. There's a lot of these like we were linked to Jude Bellingham, I think, at one point.
Okay,
I saw that.
That too. Chelsea is not in the position right now to be spending big dimes. We're gonna be buying children, like I said. We're gonna be buying, squad players for $65 million because they have one good game and they have promise. This summer, nobody good is gonna come to Chelsea, if not for a while.
You don't think they're gonna back your boy Liam? Not at all. Damn.
No way in hell.
No way, no how, man. It's all gonna be data analytic driven. I don't really think that. I really don't think that they're trying to. And sorry, I'm not trying to like make it into another Chelsea thing, but I really don't think that they're interested in silverware or in winning or anything like that. I think right now all they care about is Champions League money, selling players, and that's about it. Liquidation of the Chelsea name.
Let us get Caicedo, man.
What's that?
Let me hold that for you.
Let me hold
Let me hold that
Caicedo.
for a
Well,
little
that's
bit.
and that's what I'm scared of. I'm sincerely nervous that in a couple of seasons, some of these players are going to get frustrated and
Hey,
they're not
look,
going to hold
man.
on.
Man
Like
United
Cole
ready
Palmer
to
can't
Palmer
leave.
bid.
Yeah, I saw that. That would break my heart. You wouldn't
I
see
would
me.
be
You wouldn't see me in
fucking
a
mad.
couple of podcasts. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd have to be medicated for some reasons. But
Foaming at the mouth in the straight
yeah,
jacket.
no, I would look at my phone and then clutch my chest. Yeah, no, that Barcelona Real Madrid game was great. I was surprised they didn't bring out Mbappe until like the 70th minute for whatever reason. He looked incredible. I always forget how good he is because I don't watch La Liga that often. Low-key,
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's like a really bipolar league. Like it's just those two teams a lot of the time, so it's kind of like not as fun to watch as the Prime. Sorry, La Liga fans. But man, he's like obviously the understatement of the century. He's insanely talented.
Yeah.
Such a power, so skilled technically. I mean, he just walks through people like they're open doors. Anyways, shocking that he was only on there for 2 seconds, and then the fact that the one super attacking player, which was Vinny, was taken out at like the 70th minute mark as well. But it was a good game. I'm glad they lost. Any loss to Real Madrid is a win in my book.
I agree wholeheartedly.
So cheers to that, I guess.
Cheers, that I guess. So also, this is change of topic, but the transfer window is getting a little spicy
What you say?
because Liverpool offered 180 million for Jude Bellingham. If you
So
guys
hold
haven't
on, where are
heard.
you hearing these from? Because again,
I'm on Fight Mob, man. I read their
I hear you,
articles.
but like at this
Sports
point,
Illustrated. That's a reputable. That's a reputable source.
At this point, if it's not what's his name, David something, David
David
Ornstein or Fabrizio
or
Romano,
Fabrizio.
I don't believe it. I've gotten excited and saddened way too many times.
It's
So
possible.
I
They
hear
are
you.
ready to submit an offer of $180 million for Jude Bellingham. Liverpool.
I hear you.
There's zero,
But, yeah.
zero chance that they're gonna spend that much money again.
Yeah,
Especially
exactly.
in the January window. Zero
If
chance.
that's the case, then they clearly learned nothing from this summer.
Chelsea
Because-
are prepared to make a bid for Bellingham if they sell Palmer.
Bro.
I don't want that at all.
Not just that. You got to remember is that player power is a real thing, especially in this sport, where he can just say, "Yeah, that's nice.
But
I'm glad
no.
that they accepted the bid, but I ain't going." And really, before he went to Real Madrid, Liverpool were the main ones that were like trying to get him hard. The World Cup 2022 was you would see like Liverpool accounts and stuff like that, like, oh, Alexander Arnold, he's our agent, he's working on him, and they would be talking, and it turns out it was Bellingham getting Arnold to go to Real Madrid. So I don't think I think he doesn't want to, and I think it's for the best that he doesn't have to deal with the English media. Honestly, I think he's gonna stay in Real Madrid for a while. Maybe eventually he'll come to the Prem, but I don't care how much money you throw at him. I highly
he's shining
doubt he would
up
go.
there. He's getting minutes. He's doing well. Him and Rashford both. I think they're both going to stay. I know that Rashford's on loan. I think Barcelona is probably going to put in a bid for him.
Yeah,
I'm
in
sure
the
that
summer.
they're gonna
because I think he has a buy on clause, right? Of like
30
30
million.
30 million.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The option to buy him permanently from Man United.
That's 30 million. That is chump change. I know that Barcelona's had their financial issues, but 30 million for Rashford, as good as he's been this season for them, easy money.
I agree. Man, it's very interesting, y'all. No, I'm just kidding.
You're a monster. You're a monster. I was gonna say I hope Watkins gets injured, but I actually want England to win the World Cup. So
What? You want England to win the World Cup?
yeah, why not?
What do you mean? Why not? No, we don't want that.
I got a few teams that I wouldn't be mad if they won. You think the U.S. is gonna win now?
Hell no, but
Who
I
do you
can't.
think?
I wouldn't be
We-
mad if Spain won it.
Spain
Guys,
again?
What's wrong with that? What's wrong
I
with
can
Spain
see
winning?
I can see it being Spain. I can see
Yeah, I can
Spain,
see it being
France.
Spain. I can see it being exactly. I can see Argentina going for it again.
Yeah, potentially.
I want England. Listen, England invented the damn sport. They've won it once. Like, come on.
Keep the
You
drought
gotta give
alive.
one.
I love the tears. Every year they're like, it's our year. And every
Coming
time
home.
it's not their damn year. Every time they lose, they ain't even won the Euros in whenever. I want them to not win a damn thing because they are so arrogant and annoying when it comes to this damn sport. Okay. That's what I want. They created the word soccer, by the way.
I know.
Just so y'all know, they keep getting mad when we call it that.
Association football, shortened to soccer.
If you didn't want us to call it that, y'all shouldn't have called it that in the first place.
I know. I
You
agree.
did this.
I agree. But in their defense, it doesn't make sense that our football is called football.
It doesn't.
Zero chance.
It doesn't make
call
sense
it
at all.
pass ball. Call it throw ball. Call it handball.
Handball's already a sport.
Call it arm ball. Yeah, that's true too.
Listen,
Arm ball.
they didn't care that football already existed.
Hey, look, if you could come up with a better name for American football, then we can start calling it Smash Ball.
American Gladiators.
American Gladiators is a whole show. What are we talking about?
And who cares?
It's trademark, man. You can't sell it.
Concuss ball.
Concuss
CTE.
ball.
Yeah, CTE ball.
These are all terrible ideas, man. Look.
It is one of the annoying things. Loki, it's one of the annoying things now that I'm a big soccer football fan or whatever, is that anytime if you're in the US, you're almost forced to call it soccer, because if you ever naturally call it football, people are going to start talking to you about the Ravens and the Seahawks and this and that, and if you tell them that you're talking about like Liverpool, they're going to call you an asshole.
Who?
So
yeah, the Beatles.
Yes, the Scouts.
The Scouts.
They don't know Scouts.
I mean,
yeah, that's true. They wouldn't know Scouts.
Unless you can come up with a better name, it's gonna have to stay American football.
I just give you $1 million. What are you talking about?
Smash ball.
Great.
Why smash?
Murder.
Because they'd be smashing each other.
Yeah.
For the ball.
Yeah, right.
Some of them probably do.
Somebody clipped that. Smash, because they be smashing each other. It's wild business.
Smashing
Nobody's
each other.
call it that.
You don't know what happens.
Putting body parts up on top. I've seen them pile them body parts.
Why is rugby called rugby? Why isn't that called smash ball?
It used to be played on rugs.
Okay.
That can't be true.
I hope that's not true.
I don't know what's called rugby. But if it is, y'all gonna look the fool.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, I highly doubt. Let's play on. We're playing on a rug. Let's call it rugby.
It was invented in a carpet store. Yeah. It's a good weekend for football, low key, honestly. FA.
A lot
of good games.
You guys, Chelsea y'all blew them out too, 5-1.
Mm-hmm.
I was very happy. Honestly, I was always a little scared because they are technically a championship team. It's not like like League One where we could just like break their arms and legs and send them home without a face, like Julius here.
Hey.
So
I was having a great old time Saturday.
I was sweating it because I knew we were gonna heavily rotate. I know what you're about to say. You saw that Tosin scored, huh? I saw your face. Look, it was a good day for everybody, all right? Even a broken clock is right twice a day. It was a good game, man. Honestly, that first half was a little nerve-wracking. They had a deep, low block. They basically were playing like a 5-5-0. It was really difficult for everybody. Gittins, wow. I didn't know Gittins could play. I didn't know he was a baller. Every time he's out there, he looks like he's got two left feet. This time around, man, he was on the right. Garnacho was on the left. Man, he was cooking them. And again, I'm not, I don't want to diminish the fact that it was it was a lower league opposition, but still, man, he did a great job. Opened up a lot of opportunities. Looked really good. Hato scored that opening goal, and after he was able to crack that low block, then the goals just kept on coming in. Man, Hato had a screamer, beautiful kick. I think top left bin. Amazing goal from him. Great to see him looking for him because he's supposed to be Cucurella's deputy. So I'm happy to see he's playing well. Defensively, we were fine. Again, not a lot of threats on our end. The one goal we conceded was from a set piece, which again, still leaking goals from set pieces. Man, we can't defend for anything. It's always set pieces. Is always the far post. I don't know what it is. Whatever. Liam's gonna have to work on that. But overall, great game. I was really happy. Esteval came out. One thing that I'll give super props to Liam for, a couple of things that I really noticed was, one, I think tactically it was still very similar to what Maresca does. Set up very similarly. Maresca worked as a three in the back, had those flying fullbacks, um, and didn't look a whole lot different. But what I really liked was once we were up, right, and we had the first and second goal after the first half, the substitutions were more aggressive. And that's something that I didn't like that Maresca did, is he was always trying to conserve. Liam was like, no, let's get Mark Gu out and let's put Liam Delap out there. Let's get Esteval out there. Let's get Enzo Fernandez out there. He was like, I don't want to beat them. I want to break them. And that's what I really want to see more of for Chelsea. I want them to be more aggressive on the ball. I want to see more attacks from not just the wings but from through the center, which we saw a lot of in this game. So I was overall really happy, honestly. There was still, some issues. The lap didn't look as good as a striker. He had an open shot that he missed. Garnacho was literally in the shadows. Like, I literally would miss what was happening because he would just be standing at the touchline, get the ball, and almost immediately lose it. Not a great game for Garnacho, which I really am still rooting for him. I think there's a baller there, but William's gonna have to work with him. And do you guys know why he gets booed everywhere? Like, he was getting booed every single time he touched that ball.
Who, Garnacho?
Garnacho, yeah. For like, what has he done really that deserves him being booed every single time he touches the ball?
They just don't
Nothing.
like how he looks.
Maybe that's the
You
problem.
think it's just the frosted tips? They don't like the frosted tips in the neck tattoo?
Maybe it's because he does nothing.
He's a decent player. He's just very average, and it's frustrating. But like, you got him for $40 million. Like, relax. He's your $40 million winger doing $40 million winger things. Like,
65 million.
what are you booing him for? You know what I mean? I guess ultimately it is kind of what everybody's mad at the ownership for, is that they keep buying these average players and expecting them to do big things. But it's not his fault.
He's still young.
He's still young. But I thought it was a great game. It was a great first game for Liam Brazinier. He's a great talker, man. He really impresses me during a lot of these press conferences. I think we're talking a little bit about it over the weekend. He seems to be saying a lot of the right things. He gives a little bit of a Ted Lasso vibe, which we talked about, where he came in and shook the hands out of all the reporters in the press box on his first night out, which was
It's a smart
honestly
move.
it's a smart move. At least look. I like the fact that he's not arrogant. He's confident. I like the fact that he's happy to be there. He's excited. He sees that job as a privilege. It's not he doesn't in none of the things that he's said has it seemed like he's burdened, and I really like that about him. I think that in the past, Enzo, as much as I rate him, and I think he did a lot of great things for this club. When he spoke to the press, it was very defensive, almost offensive. Like, he would talk down a lot. He would constantly say stuff like, "As I said before." Anytime somebody would ask a question, even remotely similar to to what has been asked in the past. But he seems very happy. I really like the way he's talking. I really am rooting for him. I really am. And I think he could probably do some good stuff. But he has Arsenal in the midweek, I think, for the EFL Cup. That's going to be his real test, right? I definitely think we have the talent for it. I
We
think
don't
that
we don't care about that one. We care about the Prem one. All right. We
I care about that. I care
fair
about
enough.
that. I care about that. And listen, don't discount losing in these cup matches because every loss is a confidence decline. It's a
Mhm.
confidence decrease. It always starts every show of bad form starts with one loss.
Hey,
So
I'm rooting for y'all. That's for sure.
That could be a tasty final too,
Cause
because
y'all
it's
play each other
Newcastle.
3 times in like a month.
yeah, we have 2 legs for the EFL Cup, and then we have 1 for the Prem.
That
Y'all
So
got
that final could
they're
be
playing.
crazy. It could be Chelsea or Arsenal against Newcastle or Man City.
Yeah,
That could be
is it 2 legs for the final as well?
no. I think it's a one-off. Yeah, it looks like it's just a single game on March 22nd.
Wembley, right? Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm excited. I look forward to him. I root for him. I don't think any success that he shows with the team negates what a lot of fans are upset about with Iqbali and Clear Lake. It's a lot of the fact that priorities aren't being aligned. They're not interested in winning the way that they should. It really just seems like they're trying to liquidate the team, break it down for its parts and sell it for profit. And Chelsea's an institution, Julius. It's an institution. It's an institution. And I don't think it deserves to be broken down to the highest bidder, but we'll see. We'll see if anything changes.
Yes, we will. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been another episode of the Tap In Podcast. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did. And we will see y'all next week. Peace out.